So guys, what's going on? So it finishes Leeds United 0, Manchester United 2, and this time around it's job done for Manchester United against Leeds, and I'm really happy with that win, guys, because we did not play well in that game. We were really suffering at points as well, but we still somehow managed to find those 2 goals and walk away with 3 points as well, and that's just a sign of a really good team, because there's not been too many times this season where we've been in these positions where we're not the better side in the game, we're not creating the better chances, we're not having more of the ball, but credit to the players because they managed to stay in the game and gave themselves at them last 10 minutes to try and find some goals, and that's exactly what we did with Rashford popping up as well. Another header from Marcus Rashford was absolutely brilliant, and then Garnacho off the bench to finish the game and make it 2-0 and somehow walk out there with 3 points. That was a really good win. There's no better way to win against Leeds United than them being the better side for half of the game, and we're still finding 2 goals to win the game as well, so I'm really happy with that. That's now 9 unbeaten in the league against Leeds United as well, so it's a rivalry where they can get up for it, guys. They can think they're going to win, but they know the outcome already. They are not going to beat Manchester United anymore. It's just not going to happen. But this win also showed me, guys, that we can win in any way possible. We can beat teams 2 or 3-0 comfortably when we're looking at a really good side, but we can also win games like that when we're really struggling in the game, but we still somehow find the 2 goals to walk away with 3 points. And that's down to Ten Hag as well, because once again, he got it right yesterday. The team selection, there were so many questionable decisions. Maguire starting somehow. I didn't think he would start another game, but he started yesterday. There was no Varane, there was no Martinez, and we still managed to find a way to keep a clean sheet. How do we do that, guys, with Maguire at the back? Because he was looking really bad yesterday as well. But again, you're looking at Ten Hag and thinking, you got it right. He somehow just manages to get it right every single time. Yesterday, he got it right with the team, and he also got it right with the subs as well, because once again, another sub came on, and Garnacho scored as well to win the game 2-0. You can see how happy Ten Hag was with Garnacho as well. And Garnacho's criticism last week, guys, I just think was absolutely stupid. There were so many people over social media doubting Garnacho after last Wednesday's game, but you have to remember the bigger picture and how well he's progressed into this side and how much of an impact he's making in this team at the moment. You have to remember he's becoming a key player in this side, whether it's off the bench, whether he's starting for me. He's so positive in what he does. Going forward, he adds so much to this team as well. I'm just loving everything Garnacho is doing at the moment, and the people who were criticising him last Wednesday are very quiet now, aren't they? Because again, he made a difference and he won us that game yesterday at 2-0. So I'm really happy with that, guys. We look forward to a load of games now. We've got Barcelona coming up, 2 ties against them. We've got Leicester coming up, and we also got a Carabao Cup final coming up. So those games are going to be the real test for Manchester United. I think the Barcelona games coming up are going to be the big test for Manchester United, because we've not really played a team like that in a big game occasion. Like this game on Thursday is a Champions League caliber game, and it's in the Europa League, and it's a real test for Manchester United as well. But yeah, I think some positives out of the game yesterday. I thought the positives were Fred yesterday. I thought played really well. I thought Luke Shaw as well, playing at centre-back. How does he make it look like he's just a natural centre-back whenever he plays in that position? It's absolutely brilliant. He's such a calm leader at the back as well, because he did really good yesterday, demanding Maguire. I know Maguire's the captain and that, but you can tell Shaw just knows about it. You can tell Shaw just wants that more than Maguire does at times as well. So I'm so happy with how Luke Shaw is progressing into the side as well, because he's going to be playing centre-back against Barcelona. So he's got a real test coming up, hasn't he, in those type of games? So because there is no Martinez for those games, so it will be Varane and Luke Shaw for the Barcelona games as well. Who else played well yesterday? I thought Sancho, of course, came into the side, started the game again. Didn't look the best, to be fair, but again, we need to give him time to gel into the team, because he's not going to come in. He's not going to be that electric player straight away, guys, so we do have to give him time. After that goal he scored against Leeds on Wednesday, I was really happy with that. But, he didn't play the best yesterday, but we'll get onto him a bit later. And, of course, we're going to miss Casemiro and Eriksen in that midfield, and you can see that straight away, guys. The last 2 games against Leeds, we have been so bad in the midfield, and you just lose all that creativity. And I thought Sabitzer yesterday was all right, to be fair. I thought he's getting better game by game. I think his passing is absolutely brilliant, to be fair. That's one thing we always knew about Sabitzer, and again, he's going to really have to step up a bit over the next couple of weeks or so in this side. I just can't wait to see Sabitzer alongside Casemiro, Bruno in front of him. I think that's going to be a lethal combo as well. So he's getting better game by game. But yeah, I'm thankful. One thing I'm going to shout out as well is David De Gea. David De Gea yesterday made some real key saves as well. And if it wasn't for him, I don't think he would have won that game, because if Leeds score 1 there, I don't know how we react from that, because we were not the better side in the game. They created a much better chances, and we literally got 2 clear-cut chances and we scored them both. So I'm really happy in that aspect as well, guys. But let's get in to the player ratings, guys. So for me, David De Gea yesterday, I'm going to give him a solid 8 to be fair. I thought he was brilliant, made some crucial saves, as I said, and again, kept us in the game, so massive credit to him. So he's going to get an 8 for me. Who are we going to go over to then? Malacia for me. I thought Malacia did quite well yesterday. There's a thing with Malacia, whenever he comes into the side, he's a very, very consistent player. And you've got to remember, we only bought him for about, I think it was like 15 million, maybe even less than that, guys. So he's proved to be a real worth buyer so far at the moment. He's really making an impact in this side when he does play. So I'm happy for Malacia as well. So I'll give him a solid 6 today. Thought he did quite well. There were a few times where he was a bit shaky on the ball. And again, when he could go forward, he was going back a bit. So it wasn't the best of performances from him. But again, he's doing the job at the moment, so we can't really complain. So I will give him a 6. Luke Shaw, I'm going to give an 8 as well. As I said, he's just making that centre-back position look like he's played there his whole life. He's just such a consistent player. He's like similar to Casemiro. I do think if you can put Luke Shaw anywhere on that pitch, he will do a job for you. That's just how good he is. He's just such a calm professional. He does the job. He gets when you tell him to do something, he just does it. He does it in the best way possible. So for me, I'm going to give Shaw an 8. Maguire for me, I'll give him a 6 to be fair. I mean, he looked very rough at times. There was a time at the back when he had the ball, there was no one on him, and he decided to turn so slowly that he nearly gave the ball away to Leeds, but he did recover quite well for that moment. But yeah, you can just tell he's not going to be starting many games. I don't know how he came into the side yesterday as well, but again, he could have made more mistakes, couldn't he? So I'll just give Maguire a solid 5. Actually, don't think he was very good. Diego Dallo as well had a really close shot in that second half. I thought he did play quite well at times. There were a few times when he was just getting done on his side, to be fair. And I think him coming back into the team, coming back from his injury, it is going to take time for him to gel in again. Because, you know, before his injury, he was playing so well. He was such a key player in this side. So you are going to have to give him time to get back up to 100% fitness. Because he doesn't look like he's 100% yet. And he's not going to be 100%. So we just got to give him time to get back up to speed. So yeah, I'll give Diego Dallo. Yeah, I'll give him a 6. 6, maybe some people would give him a 7. I'll give him a 6 yesterday. Sabitzer for me, I'm going to give a 6 as well. As I said, Sabitzer is improving game by game. There were a lot of good parts of his game yesterday. But again, there are a few parts where I just think his recoveries aren't good enough because he's not a fast player, is he? He's not, I mean, he's similar to Casemiro, to be fair. They're both the same speed, but again, Casemiro just reads the game a lot better than Sabitzer does. And again, that's where Sabitzer needs to improve a bit. It's just that defensive work rate. He does have it, to be fair. I'm impressed with how well he gets back and helps out. But again, he just needs to work on that a bit. That's all I'm trying to say, really. But yeah, going forward, his vision of passing is absolutely brilliant. We knew that from the start. His set piece is good as well. So again, he's just going to get better game by game. So I will give Sabitzer, I'll give him a solid 6 as well. I'll give him a 6. Fred for me, I'm going to give a 7. He did end up getting man of the match, to be fair. But one thing from Fred, it was a much better performance than the one we saw against Leeds on Wednesday, when he was probably one of his worst performances in a United shirt. You know, the amount of people that were getting angry with him over that performance. I thought he did quite well today. I thought his recoveries were really good. There was one where the Leeds player was through and he sprinted back and managed to get the ball and make a perfect tackle. So for me, I thought Fred's game was improved yesterday. Again, we allowed Leeds a lot of space in the midfield. That's always going to happen when you don't have Casemiro and Eriksen, because they just control that midfield so well. And again, Sabitzer and Fred haven't played with each other, have they really? So they're not going to have that connection that Eriksen and Casemiro have built together, are they? So yeah, I'd give Fred a solid 7. I'll give him a 7 as well. I thought he played quite well. Rashford, again, wasn't too involved in the game at times, which, again, was a bit surprising. But, you know, with Rashford, even when he's not involved in the game, he still pops up and he still makes a difference, because that's the form he's in at the moment. You give that guy one chance and he is going to score it with the form he's in. So I'm really happy with him, because we needed a goal. We needed that spark in that team in that second half to wake us up a bit, and that's exactly what it did. So it allowed us to go on and get a second goal as well. So for me, I'm going to give Rashford I'll give him a 7. So I'll give him a 7. I think it might be a bit lower. Some people make him a bit lower, but again, that goal was good. Really good header, wasn't it? So I'll give him a 7. Bruno Fernandes is going to give a 7 as well. For in these type of games now, when we don't have Casemiro and Eriksen, we're expecting Bruno Fernandes to step up and make the difference, because we need that creativity, and that's what he can give us as well in this side. I mean, yesterday didn't play too well at times, but again, it's that calmness that he has on the ball in those type of decisions where when we went 1-0 up, he was there being calm. He was there switching plays. He was there making that safe passes. You know, with Bruno, he can make those safe passes, but again, he's always risky. He's always making those long balls. So for me, I'm going to give Bruno Fernandes I'll give him a 6 today, to be fair. I don't think he was too bad. We've seen better performances from him, so I'll give him a 6. Jadon Sancho, I'm going to give a 5 today. Again, wasn't really involved in the game today. Couldn't get himself in there, taking on those players, you know, advancing into those forward areas. So, for me, as I said, it's going to take time for Jadon Sancho to get back up to speed. I mean, that goal on Wednesday, people just overreact and think, you know, he's going to score a goal every game now. But that's just not how it works. You have to give someone time like that when they've been off for such a long time. So, yeah, I'll give him I'll give him a 5, and then Red Horse for me gets a 5 as well. And the thing with Red Horse, people will complain about it, but we don't play to his services. We really don't. We don't cross the ball to him enough. We don't give him enough chances, and that's with any player that plays in that position for Manchester United. Martial, Rashford, whoever it is, when you go up to that number 9 position, you are going to struggle because we just don't create chances for our strikers. And that's a problem because, yes, maybe you can say it wasn't his first choice striker, but he's here to do a job. But if you can't provide him with chances and, crosses into the box, he's not going to be able to do that job because that's basically what he's good at. He's a poacher, he knows where the net is, and he's very good at heading goals into the net. So if you don't do that for him, he's not going to have the best of times, is he? So I think the criticism is a bit unfair, but again, we've seen how poor he has been, to be fair. But there was a time yesterday when he was running back, he was trying to recover, and he was just looking so slow. It was quite a funny moment. But yeah, I'll give Weghorst a 5 as well. But Ten Hag for me yesterday gets an 8. As I've said, he got it right somehow with that team selection. He still manages to go on and get the win for Manchester United, or finds a way for this Manchester United team to win. And again, the impact with the subs as well. He's just making the perfect subs at the moment, and he's really changing this Manchester United side. And that's all I wanted someone to come in and do. Help this team go forward, help this team make an impact. As a manager, make the right decisions when you can, and that's what he's doing at the moment. So yeah, guys, really happy with that, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and of course, guys, what a win that is. We all hate Leeds to come. That's me done. See you later.